over so they don't get hurt.
It's an interesting ward because they know the blue buff got handed off.
Yep.
And they know that he was on bottom side to do so. They'll see him again. But
that exit path. That's kind of right. Like, they know they're there, but they want the vision that he's there, is what you're saying?
I feel like you don't even have to put it in the bush unless he's like thinking he's there. You could just put it in the crossroad, get a fairly good vision, but whatever, it's nitpicking.
Nice.
It's not important.
Another thing I love about having Thresh in the bot lane is just being able to throw hooks. You kind of, you have a lesson in learning about how the players dodge it, and then you basically read the other player, your opponent, and you're able to zone with those hooks.
Look at the repeat gank because the flash is down.
It's going to be Svenskeren once again, though. He goes for the damage, hoping Rainover doesn't have enough, but he solos out Bjergsen after Golden Glue's love tap.
Rainover does a lot.
Just worried about it right now. 200 health for Svenskeren, and Rainover starting to take over.
Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday where this is a champion that really Rainover can take over a game on. Olaf and Elise are his top two. Olaf is the most banned champion against Team Liquid this split, and he was able to get his hands on it very early on in the draft. And this is why. He just gets to go in, deal a lot of the damage. I feel like that may have been even an unassisted kill. It's not, but it was very close to being one, because Golden Glue pretty much took a shockwave, and that was front fit.
Biofrost dives in. You can just see how much Thresh closes off that engagement. Doublelift can't get through the box, and Biofrost will have to back off. Piglet still taking a lot of damage, so TSM getting the upper hand of that situation. And now they may be able to push the lane a bit, or at least soak it up and get a nice stack in the wave, and then get themselves back. You can see that 2-0 for Rainover's Olaf, and you were right, the Galio was picked first. The Olaf still goes over to the side of TL, so they even dodged out on that one.
Yeah, pick the Zion Rakan because you want the combo if you are going to pick it.
Right.
Look at this. Oh.
Hey.
Saw him, but I don't know if you got a glimpse of how low he was. The hawk shot, don't think it's there either. But yeah, Svenskeren's going to have to back here, and this leaves Sponsor in a pretty bad position. He could get dove. Does have the flash, though. I don't feel like you go for it.
Biofrost is on a
slight
roam, but it puts him nowhere near the top side right now. However, Golden Glue is edging up for that Weaver's Wall right now, and it looks like they are going to try and block Concert in.
Yeah, they're going to spot him right now on that ward, so they're going to go after this turret, and Team Liquid trying to get that first turret. But here comes Rakan and Orianna, as well as Matt. This is just a migration.
It looks like Golden Glue wanted a few more members to see if they could get a real kill off of the Weaver's Wall. They might block off the rest of TSM here with this. They just hold it. An interesting style. Bot laners, Doublelift and Piglet now having their...
Golden Glue taking an unsafe route. He's going to get knocked in.
Interesting choice for Golden Glue to go up. It looked like the engage was theirs all along. First turret blood, theirs all along in that situation, and then a kill given up.
Yeah, really just took an unsafe route because he wanted to get back to the mid lane there. And Svenskeren punishes him. That was exactly right, though, from TSM to punish Golden Glue, who was just roaming by himself back to mid, trying to take the shortest path, but it's going to cost him a minion wave. It's kind of one of those things where if you walk to mid, you get the minion wave, maybe, but if you die, you definitely don't get it.
So, kind of like convinced you can wall surf faster than they can break through the tri-brush and get to you.
Yeah.
They all have pretty long engage and dissonance speed up.
Yeah, it's the distance speed up, but also like the body slam flash of Svenskeren, who has been catching a lot of flack, but seriously, the guy has played really well in the CLG series. And like I said, Doublelift said he gets a little bit too much unfair flame.
It's interesting to hear that, you know, it's when they're behind, he's the guy to face check, because you don't think of the situations where the team says, yeah, it's actually all of our decision to have that happen.
Oh, he hooked her.
Oh, right on the edge, gets the dance out, still going to go Doublelift, one last shot, it's the flash forward from Piglet. Body slam actually puts him out of range of the turret.
They want a little more.
A bit of damage, and they're able to take him down as well. Double kill for Piglet in the bot lane after a beautiful
but he's still chasing.
Matt.
He got him.
Oh, shoves him backward, and Golden Glue able to surf himself down. You can see the ultimate was used, gets himself in position, and 3 members of TSM down across mid to bot.
Man, TL with the aggressive play there onto the bottom lane of TSM. Talked about how Piglet has actually been doing quite well, and Matt as well in terms of kill participation. For Rainover, this is a game where he's got 100% KP, and he just bullied his way straight down to that bottom lane. Really, Rainover, yesterday, guy looked out of sorts, buying 2 boots, making himself, kind of take a lot of flack with the team because he was really running around and was going to look bad because they were so far behind. But this sweeper disables the vision, the flash forward from Matt, and the hook still reaching double lift. And then he goes through, but it doesn't matter on the feather pull backwards. Rainover doesn't get CC'd, pulls out enough damage, and then he goes forward and actually eats a bit of the body slam there on the back end and still lives as Golden Glue gets to there, and we saw the rest.
Oh, we saw the rest.
Oh, yeah, we saw the rest. Don't need to see that again.
That's that play that Talia excels in, and it seems to have paid off a little bit. Golden Glue may have gone down, but he does get a kill for himself by holding the ult previously. It's here or there. It's going to work at some point, but it's a few CS behind from leaving lane.
An affinity for Svenskeren lately. Yeah, he can't see because it's actually disabled. The ward is disabled, so he can't see that Ash arrow incoming until the last second there, and he tries to body slam out of the way. Biofrost though?
Oh.
Ah, he was there.
Patience. Looks like they'll be safely gaining a bit of control. We'll see how long TSM can guard this now. It'll definitely be something to watch because at 15 minutes, they lost the outer ring of all of their turrets, and it's going to be up to TL to keep pushing back. Because with TL's turrets up, that means TSM's going to start getting fed minion waves.
Yeah.
If they don't keep the pressure on.
The minion waves will naturally push towards them because of their turrets and also experience and stuff like that. But I feel like now TL are okay to team fight.
Yep.
Rainover has both resistances. Lorlo has the ultimate and Frozen Heart. They're looking for Bjergsen. Gonna have the flash.
I feel like TL's ready to fight as well as Irene. Oh, the shockwave rocks. Golden Glue takes him down. Bjergsen's gonna fall though. Retribution from Rainover on the team as Piglet is the one that is focused. Biofrost trying to charm everybody in with the quickness. And now Lorlo's here. And Hansa gets himself a little too deep. A double kill for Rainover at 4-0-4.
Lorlo just barely got the taunt there on the edge of Hanser, who was trying to dive back in for Piglet. And that's what they were looking for, is at least it's some sort of team fight because they feel like they can win it. But that was a really awkward one in terms of how it started. Golden Glue got collapsed on very quickly as he was walling. We'll see this again. Walls, but then he doesn't get to ride it, doesn't do anything. And then Bjergsen tries to solo him out, but they can't reach him. And then he would have gotten away, but he wants to contribute a little bit more damage. You can see Golden Glue, though, very risk-oriented.
Yep.
Risk to get back to mid, the risk right there, and watch this. Just the edge, as the E was already buffered.
TL coming up big in these fights, taking another one, but also absorbing what TSM had to offer in that situation. And now a 2,000 gold lead here, as we said. Turrets down on the outside. The wars that TSM just placed go down after that fight as well. And just a bit of vision lives towards that top side for them.
Yeah, and let's look at where that gold lead is for just a moment. The bottom lane right now is up about 1,300 with Piglet being the one who's up, and then 900 in the jungle there for Rainover, who has the Gargoyle Stone Plate and 100% kill participation. Rainover is once again having a good game for himself, but it's this Olaf. I feel like it's this Olaf, and TSM should become keen to that in the next game, but Rainover does have the ability to take over this one right here, especially with a Galio behind him too.
You start playing these tanks, these beasts again, that can really take an extended fight like his old Rek'Sai's. And he gets that out of the Olaf, and he starts controlling a game once again. Hard to stop the Viking in this one. It looks like Svenskaren's going to try his damnedest here. The team starts to converge on the bot side as the wave crushes in for TL.
Yep. Looking for Hanser, but they're just shoving the wave because Bjergsen's top. Bjergsen has to push that top wave out. They may lose this bottom tier 2, but you can also see Piglet is pushing mid, so they're kind of pushing 2 lanes as their top lane's getting pushed in. So Bjergsen's going to try to trade and get that top tier 1 because it's super low. And Piglet's going to go up there to catch the wave.
If they can actually stop that and still get the pressure they are, this becomes a kind of those one of size situations for TSM. If you're playing, you're like, oh, and this lane doesn't get pushed, we can't get this one. What is TSM's option here? Do they try and take a fight where TL's roaming lane to lane, or do they have to just absorb?
I feel like you pick, as people are trying to roam from lane to lane, like you said, as they're trying to go in transit, you may lose an objective, but you have to go for that top turret at some point. Control the Baron area. Next, Drake is a Cloud Drake. I feel like it's not that important. And you should just set up for this top side map. Rainover gets it, though. The small victories. But yes, they should set up for top side of the map. Bjergsen does have a lead over Golden Glue in terms of CS, so he's actually quite powerful. We're waiting for a back from him for possibly Sork Shoes to try and just decimate a team fight and maybe Piglet. But look at this. Nice dodge that time. but he can't even pull them through Rainover. He'll ignore the CC.
They still want to wall it. Rainover get himself a little too far. Whoa! Biofrost absolutely melts. Feathers everywhere. The TL makes their way down mid. Looks like they'll have enough minions here in a second to be able to take down this turret. If they're piled under him,